Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Living Life I Life You. I am your host, Dr. Veronica Garcia, and today we are joined by an essential member of the Life University community, Dr. Harrison Davis. Hi, how you
Hi,
doing?
nice to see you. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you. So how are you overall?
I am doing good.
Yeah, new year.
My new year has started off well. I have some resolutions or personal commitments that I have, and I'm actually doing well with them.
That's awesome. I love that. Little strikes, yeah? Forward.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah,
Baby
yeah.
steps. So tell us, tell the community, why is it that I think that you're such an essential piece of the university and the community? What's your role at Life University?
Gotcha. So I am Dr. Harrison Davis. I am the Chief Diversity Officer for Life University. I think my official title is the Director for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And the short answer to that is that my role, the purpose for being here, is to help ensure the success of Life University. And by ensuring the success, that means I need to assess the needs of all individuals who are connected to the community. So I need to assess the needs of the students, faculty, and staff, regardless of their background, regardless of their abilities, and figure out, what do you need to be successful? What do the students need from the professors in order to be successful? How can the staff in various departments support the students so that they can be successful? And so in doing so, I discover some of those unique needs from the students, some of the things that can really help them. And I create programs, interventions, and change policies to help meet some of those needs of the students by educating, training the professors, faculty and staff, and delivering on some of those promises that Life University has made.
And quite honestly, I think, and the world should know, that you're doing an amazing and phenomenal job.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Life University, to my understanding, is ranked second in Georgia in the most diverse campus. Is that correct?
Second.
And then 33rd in the nation?
That's correct. Yeah, we're behind Georgia State University. Yes, in the state of Georgia. That's correct.
And us being, such a smaller, and big quotations are around that, smaller university, to have such beautiful diversity and to have people just come in and feel welcome, which is what I found through doing these podcasts, is a lot of those students, the first thing that they say is like, I felt welcome. Right?
Yep.
And that welcoming comes from the policies that you put in place, and the trainings and all those beautiful steps. So talk to me a little bit about, what are some of the processes that you've done in your career at Life University that has allowed that to happen?
So one of the first things that I did was to implement an assessment process, and I did a cultural climate survey, send it out to all the students and all the faculty and staff, just ask them some blunt questions, about how they feel on campus, the environment, the culture, how friendly are people? Do you believe this is a racist place? Do you believe it's a sexist place? Do you believe it's a homophobic place? Do you believe that we are respecting the needs of other individuals? So that was a great start. I don't have to use anecdotal examples. I like to assess where we are and plug in the gaps. And so through some of those assessments that we've used, we discovered some things, primarily with the students in particular. They want more cultural programming. They want to be introduced to more diversity. Some students would like to feel more welcome on campus, and that means we have to create some programs where people learn how to welcome people, and think about your behavior, your actions, your words. It may not be your intent, but let's think about your approach and building some social skills, building community within the students. And so all of the programs that I've created, they were designed to do that, connect the students together, help them feel welcome, and for those students who feel out of place, help them to find a group where they can belong. But ultimately, everybody's going to have to practice respect.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to have to practice understanding other individuals. So we also started with the professors and the instructors and evaluating some of their curriculum and the courses that they're teaching. How are you introducing diversity within the classroom? Are you talking about it? One of the other issues that came out of the assessment that we did. The students were wanting professors to talk about diversity, equity, inclusion more.
Yes.
When a topic comes up in the classroom, sometimes some of the instructors did not feel comfortable discussing the topic, or they avoided the topic. I don't know the rationale behind it. So I also created a training program for the professors and instructors to learn how to talk about diversity, respect people, how to introduce it into the curriculum in the classroom, and how to have a healthy civil discussion in your classroom where people have different varied opinions and we can respect each other's opinions. So those are some of the examples that I have implemented here on campus.
That's beautiful. And I think that's extremely important because in the beautiful, very technological world that we live, there's a huge accountability piece, which is in our pockets constantly, right? That it has recording machines and it has cameras and video recording and all these things. And when you are that entity that's over a group of, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 200 students talking about this piece and still allowing space for everybody to feel connected and feel respected, like you were saying, I think it's really important. It's very beautiful that you took that initiative to create a platform for us professors to be able to feel confident and comfortable to say, hey, I am allowing for love and attention and respect to come, whether I agree with you or not.
And learning how to do that, because so many times in our society, a lot of individuals were never taught or socialized to accept and respect people of different opinions. So I've had to teach that, to some of the instructors. And you mentioned technology, so there was such a large demand for the training. I had to put it online. So now it's training on demand through Blackboard, some narrated videos, and some questionnaires to help professors, instructors, and student affairs practitioners to learn how to connect with their students, understand them, and show some compassion and empathy so that our students can all feel welcome. I mean, they're the reasons we're here. And the students pay a lot of money for us to train them and prepare them to go out into the real world, to be successful. And so everyone deserves the same type of respect.
Absolutely.
And I need to make sure that the teachers and professors are prepared to deliver that.
Absolutely.
And so that's the rationale behind that.
And that's amazing. You've created a platform for staff, faculty, and leadership to get training done. But you've also created a lot of resources for the student, for the consumer to be able to feel loved and accepted. So, and I've been involved with Life University from a student into other roles for 10 years, right? So I've been around here and I've seen a lot of beautiful growth and a lot of beautiful change. And some of the things that always come to mind that allowed me to feel loved and included and seen on campus as a minority, as a female, as a Hispanic female that came here barely knowing any English, just to have Hispanic Heritage Month, just to have Earth Day. Earth Day, I remember it being such an amazing place to connect, having the longest table, right? So, and you've also mentioned we've had Black History Month, right? And we have the Women's Month as well.
Women's History Month.
Women's History Month as well.
Asian American Pacific Islander Month, Pride Month, Native American Awareness Month. We do Racial Healing Day, the Holocaust Observance Day. We do a number of things, put a focus on some of those issues throughout the year. But I'm happy that my first year here is when we had our very first Hispanic Heritage Month dinner. It wasn't easy.
It wasn't.
But pulling that together. But, I heard the students. I heard the students say, we want to do something. We've never seen anything. We just came out of the pandemic, so I don't know what happened prior to that. But then 2020, 2021, they were challenging years. But after that, I wanted to make sure the students get what they want. So we pulled together a dinner. They invited speakers who came there to give out some awards. And we chose the food that the students wanted to have. And they felt really appreciated and the sense of community. They really belong here because I want them to feel that way, regardless of who you are.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I think that also the fact that you involve students
Yes.
into also being piece and an essential part of those events speaks
Absolutely.
volumes, right? Rather than just having just one manager saying you're going to do this, this, and that, but having that a collaborative,
Yeah.
I guess, piece that allows them to put in their ideas. I was at that dinner, at
I remember.
Hispanic dinner, and it was such a beautiful, healing, honoring space, from the music to the decor, to the flavors, to the conversations. I was like, I'm home, guys.
I'm glad you like that.
This is so nice. As an alumni, I'm home.
Yeah.
Imagine for the people that came from, we had students that I remember that they traveled from another university in Florida to be here for that.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's why I'm here. And that was just one event, listening to the students. And of course, for Black History Month, we have a huge gala that we do here with music, dinner, and acknowledging the efforts and achievements of Black Americans. Mm-hmm. So we do that also. And we have a number of other events too. I'm happy to do those things. That's what I'm here for. The students really appreciate it. I would love to get more faculty and staff to show up. Mm-hmm. But primarily, the goal is to make sure the students are satisfied.
I love that. And not so long ago, you had 2 awards given to 2 particular members of the university. Can we talk a little bit about who they are and their impact and why those awards happened?
Absolutely. So I was also happy that this year, for the first time, we had our ML King Day reception for our diversity champions here at Life University. We went through a process where we put out a call for nominations. You had to be nominated by someone else besides yourself and explain the reasons why you are a diversity champion. And so this year, for the first time, we gave out those awards during the ML King reception. Dr. Corey Veal, Dr. Marla Thompson are the recipients of those awards, and they deserve those rewards. They are committed to diversity, equity, inclusion. They do things to make sure that our students feel welcome and safe on campus. They do a lot of engagement activities with the students. Dr. Veal, he's also a Title IX, not a coordinator, but the person who helps out with Title IX efforts with that. Marla Thompson is Dr. Thompson. She is very well known for holding events with the students, like a dinner for the students who are stuck here during Thanksgiving, making sure that they are safe. And so the letters talked about all of that. I was happy to present them with those awards, and they talked about their appreciation for the awards. But more importantly, I asked them, why do you do what you do?
Yeah.
And so in front of the crowd, they didn't know I was going to ask that question. And I was happy to hear the theme from both of them is that they just have compassion for other individuals and empathy for other individuals because of who they are and how they grew up. And they want to make sure everybody is heard, everyone is seen, and we at least express some type of appreciation for who you are. So yeah, I was very happy for that event. We had a good crowd to show up. They were very satisfied with that. And we're going to continue that. We're going to do that every year to not only celebrate and honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but also our own diversity champions at Life University.
Well, what a beautiful, beautiful event. And I was so glad to just see that on the newsletter to Life University, to every Life University constituent. I was just in awe.
Glad you like it.
There are 2 people that have definitely impacted so many students.
Absolutely.
And they impacted me as a student, and just to be able to see that, I'm like, yes, they are being seen and recognized and loved and appreciated. And that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
Thank you.
We need to recognize the champions.
Absolutely.
There are people out there who are putting in the work to make sure everyone here on campus feels appreciated and supported. And so I just want to recognize a couple of them, but we're going to continue doing that. And I have no problem recognizing those individuals throughout the year, highlighting them through social media and other platforms that we have. But I'm happy to do it.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your time. I know that you probably have an extremely busy schedule, so I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to just share with the Life University community who you are, what you do, and where you're going.
Thank you.
We hope to see you again. I know that I'm going to be seeing you in a lot more events. And thank you for all your initiatives and hard work. I really appreciate you.
No problem. It is my pleasure. I enjoy doing it.
Thank you. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Living Life at LifeU. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.